How do you find abandoned places? This is the #1 thing I'm asked on my channel. I don't usually do videos like this, but make sure to comment down below if you like these videos. Now, if you guys are thinking that you live in a small town and there's not going to be a lot of abandoned places, 90% of the places I've explored on my channel have actually been in small towns. I'm going to show you guys 5 ways you can find abandoned places in your town. Make sure you guys aren't breaking into these properties. Forcing an entry can get you a criminal trespass charge, which is an automatic felony. But walking into a building with an open door is another thing. Kitty wants to be in the video. In my experience, and this is my opinion and my opinion only, I have not been in trouble for exploring abandoned buildings. Even though it is considered a misdemeanor, it's hard to get arrested for walking into a building with the doors blown out. But make sure if you guys do go explore some of the places that you find, don't vandalize. You could be charged with criminal trespassing and destruction of property. If there is a building and all the doors are locked and you can't find any windows, 9 times out of 10 there is a way to get in. I've jumped fences, climbed through windows, climbed on roofs, climbed in roof hatches. There's almost always a way to get in without vandalizing. If you guys want to know more about how to find ways to get into buildings, or just a video of how illegal urban exploring really is, make sure to leave it down in the comments. For the people just starting to get into exploring abandoned buildings, I recommend #1 on this list, which is Google. There are a lot of websites on Google where you can find the coordinates to abandoned buildings. These buildings are usually really easy to get into and are highly vandalized, meaning you can get in easier and less of a chance of getting in trouble. So let's find some abandoned places on Google. So we're going to open up Google here, and we're just going to type in abandoned places coordinates. So first thing that pops up here is list 25. So we can go through this. Hawthorne Plaza Mall. So what we can do is we can just copy and paste this into a new browser. And then Wikipedia. And then boom, we have the coordinates right here. Wikipedia is a good website for finding addresses. So what we can do is we can copy this, go to Google Maps, just paste that right in there. And so this place is in California. So we can actually grab this little guy. You can kind of scope out just ways to get in. So as you can tell, so you can kind of see like maybe there's like an opening to the gate over there, or maybe there's just a good spot to hop the gate. But you can actually see there's some graffiti up there, so you can tell that people have been over there. So you just gotta kind of scope out where to go. So you can kind of just click through these websites. Sometimes there will actually be coordinates listed. More specifically, if you're trying to find like abandoned buildings in your town, you can just kind of look up abandoned places in Kansas City. So the first map that pops up, Metro North Mall. So we can look this up. Metro North Mall. I like to look it up on Wikipedia. So yeah, here it is, Kansas City. Found the coordinates. Looks like a lot of it's actually demolished. Yeah, it looks like it's gone. Let's see, Blue Ridge Mall. Blue Ridge Mall. You can look up the location. Maybe on I-70 and Sterling Avenue. Oh, here we go. Even more specifically, let's look up abandoned hospitals in Kansas City. Here we go, 15 abandoned hospitals in Kansas. So if you go down Wheatley Provident Hospital, this is in Kansas City. Look this up. I actually already have this one marked, but looks like a super old hospital. But yeah, really you just have to mess around on Google. #2 on this list is the hardest but best way to find abandoned buildings. Google Maps. Literally, all you have to do is zoom into places on Google Maps and figure out if they don't have cars in the parking lot or if the roof looks rough. I'd say about 50% of the buildings I've explored on my channel have actually been from me just zooming in on Google Maps. I'm going to choose just a random town and I'm going to find an abandoned building on Google Maps. Basically, we're just going to zoom into a random town. So, all you have to do is look around for like roofs or empty parking lots that are maybe look old. Oh, it looks like we already found one. This looks like a hospital. Oh, there's more over here. And more. It looks like we already found one. This is actually huge. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to take the little guy over here. We're just going to drop it in front of a building. And this is from 2022. See more dates. 2023. Boom. So we found us an abandoned hospital in like 2 seconds. And then we'll kind of bring it over here. This is 2023. Yep, so you can look for like maybe some open windows. Why is the... Oh. It looks like they're still using one of the buildings. Yeah, there's people outside. So, looks like this back building they just left abandoned. Oh, you can see the windows are busted out up there, so I'm sure there's a way in. What's this? Oh, this is all abandoned too. Looks like that door may be open right there. Yeah, there's definitely a way in here for sure. It is right across from these apartments though, so you gotta be careful. So after I find a building like this, what I like to do is I like to look it up. So we're gonna look up Wiseman Street, Rantoul, Indiana. Is it Illinois? Or maybe Illinois. Yeah, it's in Illinois. Here we go. Here's actually a YouTube video about it.
Was used as a dormitory.
Dormitory. So now we're gonna look up abandoned Air Force Base, Rantoul, Illinois. Yeah, so here are the buildings. So we can just look up more information about it, but that's all if you end up filming it and whatever and want to know more about the buildings. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a mark and save this to my abandoned places. But also I saw on the video that there's more. It looks like, I think all of this is actually abandoned. Yeah, this is all. Is this airport abandoned? Holy crap. Yeah, this is all abandoned. What? Number 3 on this list is going to be social media. Social media is one of the most effective ways if you live in a bigger town where there's more people exploring. I'll show you guys what you're going to want to do. So my favorite social media I like to use is Reddit. Reddit is one of the easiest ways to find abandoned buildings, in my opinion. So we're going to use Kansas City for an example. So we have this post, abandoned places in Kansas City. It has 18 comments. Trinity Lutheran Hospital, if it's still there. So we can look this up. Here we go. Street address. So we'll put this in Google Maps. Shut up, cat. And it looks like it is not here anymore. Yeah, developer demolishing vacant city hospital. Yeah, you can just kind of look through here, and sometimes you'll get lucky and somebody will post an address. But another one I like to use, and this is actually an app on your phone, it's called Abandoned World. Basically, people just post abandoned places, and every single one there is a location. So if you scroll down from this screen, there will be like a little map that you just click on and it'll take you to it. Another one is Twitter, which is now X. Abandoned places in Kansas City. This is the one that we found earlier, actually. Number 4 on this list is for sale websites. Now, this is probably the most dangerous because these buildings are going to be owned by realtors and most of the time are going to be locked up or there's cameras. But on the other hand, these are going to be the best buildings to explore. 1, because there's still power, and 2, because most of the time they're not going to be vandalized. I'm going to show you guys some websites that you can use. Abandoned buildings for sale. And LoopNet is what I usually use. So this is just industrial buildings that are for sale. It'll tell you if they are still being used. In Kansas City. But as we scroll down, you can kind of see maybe this place. Looks like an old pizza store. This church is definitely left behind. So you can just kind of look for places like this. Like, obviously, everybody's already been moved out of it, and they're just trying to sell it at this point. And it shows the location and everything down here. This is how I've done a lot of my explorations. It's just a lot more dangerous because most of the properties are still being cared for. There's Crexy. I use this one a lot too. So if you just scroll through here, I think these are spread out, yeah. But this one's in New York. Looks like an old school. They might have turned into an office building. But once it has this sign out here, you know that there's nobody in it. Oh yeah, this is really cool. Then so you'll go to Google Maps. New York. So yeah, here it is back here. So yeah, you can see it back there. But again, you can just look up Kansas City. Oh, this is cool. It looks like a big public school. Finally, number 5 on this list is pending demolition. Personally, in my town, I don't have a pending demolition page, but most of the time in bigger towns there will be a pending demolition posted by the city. So we're going to find a city and we're going to find a pending demolition website. So we're just going to look up pending demolition in Kansas City. Dangerous buildings and demolitions, Kansas City. Available online. So we found this map of pending demolitions, I guess. This is posted by the city that they're just buildings that they're trying to get rid of. So we got all these. So these little marks. Every time you hover over one, it shows the address. So like this, we can just copy. Then a lot of these are just going to be houses, but you will find some buildings. Yeah, that place is just falling apart. But yeah, there's multiple websites like this, and you just have to look up your city. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to drop a comment if you want to see more videos like this. And make sure to drop a comment on places you guys want me to go explore. I'll see you guys in the next video.